This is the story of Trapped on the Jungle Planet. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Let's begin now. In the castle of the evil King Zarkon, a strange experiment was about to begin. Hagar the witch strapped a bearded man to a table. Above him, a fish swam in a pulsating glass ball. Hagar threw a switch. Man and fish merged into one creature. Hagar grinned.
And now, Fishman, I'm taking you to Mira, the jungle planet. There you will harvest giant flower trees so I can turn them into pure poison.
Hagar and the leader of her robot soldiers, Commander Cossack, took him to planet Mira. Suddenly, the fishman ran for the jungle. Cossack shouted,
"Stop him!"
But Hagar laughed.
Don't worry, he won't get far. The grass contains a gluey substance. The more he runs, the stickier it gets.
Before the fishman could reach the jungle, he was stuck fast. Hagar smiled.
You see? It's just as I said. Only one thing can neutralize this sticky grass. Fire!
At that moment, burning torches came hurtling out of the underbrush. As the flames freed the fishman, Cossack yelled,
"He's getting away!"
But when the robot soldiers closed in, a young jungle woman galloped out, throwing more torches. The fishman leaped up beside her, and they dashed away. Meanwhile, not far away, a transport ship lurched downward and crashed in the jungle. Its emergency message was received on the distant planet Eris by Koran, who called together the Voltron force.
It's one of our Galaxy Alliance ships, full of young pilots from the Academy. Only Voltron stands a chance of rescuing them.
Keith, Lance, and the others raced to their 5 Lion craft. Back on planet Mira, the Alliance crew helped their injured pilot, Lorne, out of the ship. Just then, the jungle woman and fishman rode out of the thick brush. The crew drew their laser pistols, but Lorne called out,
"Wait! They seem peaceful!"
The young woman turned to Lorne.
"I am called Mirana."
Before she could say more, Cossack and his robot soldiers burst from the jungle and surrounded the entire crew. Cossack laughed.
Well, a jungle woman, a fishman, and some green pilots. It looks like I made quite a catch.
The fishman growled and leaped onto 2 of the robot soldiers. In the confusion, Mirana pulled Lorne up onto her horse. Cossack spotted her.
Fools! Stop the jungle woman!
Amid blasting lasers, Mirana and Lorne rode off into the jungle. As soon as they were safe, the fishman dove into a nearby lake. Mirana took Lorne to her treehouse and bandaged his injuries.
"Your wounds aren't healed. Sit and listen to the pipes."
As she played her homemade flute, Lorne's injuries slowly stopped hurting. He was puzzled.
If I didn't know better, I'd say your pipes were actually healing me.
Outside, the fishman emerged from a lake and wandered through the jungle. He heard the soothing music and followed it to the treehouse, where Mirana greeted him warmly. Lorne was even more puzzled.
"Where'd you find this fish guy?"
A strange look crossed her face.
This is his planet. He was not always this way. He will help us fight. Trust me.
Lorne nodded.
"I do."
Mirana had a plan for rescuing Lorne's crew.
First, we need to fill these containers at the oil palms.
With the containers full, Lorne and his new friends crept down to the edge of the jungle, where Hagar had put the young pilots to work, harvesting the giant flowers. Mirana peered out.
The pilots can't run away because of the sticky grass, but we'll soon fix that.
With a nod from Mirana, the 3 of them dumped their oil onto the grass. They lit it with a torch, forming a fiery escape route for the crew. Lorne charged in, fighting off the robot soldiers with a wooden club.
"Come on, man! Hurry!"
Cossack roared.
Quickly, turn on the water jets.
The soldiers did so, and the fires began to die out. The fishman followed the crew into the jungle, with Marana right behind. But Lorne wasn't fast enough. As the soldiers captured him, he yelled, "Run, Marana!"
I'm not leaving you, Lorne.
She turned back to help him, and 2 robot soldiers grabbed her. At that moment, the Voltron force descended onto planet Mira. Keith spotted smoke on the horizon.
Let's move in, team.
Hagar saw them in her crystal ball.
Good. It's the Voltron force. There's no better place to trap a cat than up a tree.
She tied Marana and Lorne together in the giant flower tree and commanded her soldiers to guard them. As the lion craft flew in, Keith radioed the team.
It looks like they need help.
The lions dove toward the tree. Hagar chanted,
Tree of poison nectared flowers, come to life with evil power.
Lightning shot from her hands and the tree came alive. Limbs sprang out like huge vines, trapping the Voltron force. Only Lance's red lion managed to avoid the trap. Hagar chuckled.
Now for my greatest trick!
Sparks flew from her staff to a crocodile-like animal nearby. It grew bigger and bigger, then stood on its hind legs as an enormous roe-beast. Hagar called to her creation.
Destroy the Voltron force!
But the sparks of Hagar's magic had set the grass on fire. Suddenly, the fishman dashed between the flames. He crashed into Hagar and the robot soldiers and sent them sprawling. As Hagar dropped her staff, more sparks shot out and struck the fishman. He grew to the size of a huge monster. Hagar's roe-beast blasted the 4-trapped lion craft with energy bolts from his claws. The lions fired missiles back. Then, the giant fishman leaped at the roe-beast. Marana yelled to him.
Be careful!
As the fishman and roe-beast struggled, Lorne turned to her.
Why is that creature so special to you?
Even though Hagar changed him, when he followed my music home, I knew. He's my father.
While the giants battled, Lance saw his chance.
Got that tangled up feeling? Dr. Lance has the answer.
Lance's red lion formed an electro saber in its teeth and slashed the giant vines, freeing the Voltron force. Meanwhile, with a mighty blow, the fishman knocked the roe-beast to the ground, then gently scooped up Marana and Lorne. As he set them down safely at the jungle's edge, the roe-beast's powerful tail struck him from behind. The fishman fell to the ground. Keith shouted,
Okay, team, let's form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dinotherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go!
The 5 lions streaked up into the sky.
Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head.
A moment later, a mighty figure rocketed out of the clouds. Voltron, defender of the universe. Voltron grabbed the huge beast, but Lance signaled Keith.
This king-size croc is awfully strong. I don't know if we can hold him.
Keith had an idea.
Let's use his own strength against him.
Suddenly, Voltron released the roe-beast and leaped aside. The monster lost his balance and went sprawling to the ground. As the roe-beast got back to his feet, Keith called out,
Form blazing sword!
The magnificent shining weapon came to life in Voltron's hand. The lumbering roe-beast charged, and with lightning speed, Voltron swung the blazing sword. There was a tremendous explosion. The roe-beast crumpled to the ground, a useless heap of scrap metal. Hagar hurried to her ship, sneering.
Goodbye, Voltron. I'll miss these pretty poison flowers, but you and I will meet again.
The evil spacecraft rocketed away. Marana ran to her fallen father. As she pulled out her pipes and began to play, the fishman started to glow. With Hagar's evil powers gone, he slowly grew smaller again. A moment later, his scales faded, and he returned to human form. Marana threw her arms around him.
Oh, Father.
Keith smiled.
It looks like our friend will be okay. Lorne, we'll prepare your ship so you and the other pilots can take off.
Lorne walked over to Marana and her father.
The crew will be leaving, but I'll be staying here on this beautiful planet.
Lorne had some very special new friends. Now they could all live in peace, thanks to Voltron, defender of the universe.